Yes guys, welcome back today to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Embarrassingly, this is the second time that I've recorded this video because for whatever reason, I didn't even plug the microphone in for the first one. It's 5:30 in the morning. Chelsea are back to winning ways. We're into the quarter final of the Carabao Cup. If you're excited about that, drop a like rating on this video. Subscribe if you are new. And if you're not yet following the Telegram, top link in the description. I'm going to be giving away £500 to one of you when we hit 5,000 followers in the GBFC Telegram group, top link in the description. Chelsea get the job done. I've seen a lot of people on social media looking through Twitter or X during the game saying Chelsea are average, we're not very good, blah, blah, blah. We get the job done tonight. We're into the next round. We've not been playing well recently. We've been struggling in front of goal, struggling to break down teams in a low block, and we get it done tonight. We scored 2 goals, 2 good goals, and players are coming back from injury. Overall, I think there's more than enough to be positive about with this win, and you've got big teams going out. Arsenal were battered at West Ham 3-1, West Ham's biggest win against Arsenal at home in the Premier League era, so I read on social media again. Not sure if that's actually true, probably is. And then we've also got Man United going out. Lewis Hall, Tino Livramento doing their business for Newcastle United. So now, looking into that quarter-final draw, yes, there's still a few good teams in there. You want to avoid Newcastle, you want to avoid Liverpool, but Chelsea can now look, under Mauricio Pochettino, that this could be the first opportunity for a trophy. I said it in the preview for this game. If this season is going to be one of those long, arduous, tough seasons where we keep on struggling against low blocks, we're in the mid-table, we struggle to get into Europe, the cup competitions, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup are going to be so big for the confidence of this team. And we've seen what lifting this trophy can do. We saw it when we first won the league under Jose Mourinho. And for so many of these young players, it will be the first trophy that they win in football. So for Chelsea, this is huge. For Pochettino, it's also huge to get that opportunity to keep going in this competition. As for the balance of the game, there's a few talking points that we need to discuss. Once again, the officiating in English football is an absolute disgrace. I've got Mason the dog next to me. You can't see him. He could have refereed that game better. He'd have given Blackburn a penalty. He'd have given Chelsea a stonewall penalty in that first half when Sterling goes down under a challenge. And it's just embarrassing at this point. It's absolutely flipping embarrassing. Chelsea never really needed to get out of third gear today. I'd say that there were times where we looked good. There were times where we were creating good opportunities. I think Reece James being back into the team was massive. I think that his ability to get forward, get shots away, gives us another avenue. Mason's showing himself here. Enzo Fernandez also back into the team. Once again, as he always does, dictating the play, receiving the ball from the keeper, from the centre-back, starting attacks. And it took Chelsea half an hour, but we were getting loads of corners. We were peppering that Blackburn penalty area. We score the first, we get the second, midway through the second half, and it's job done. It's all we really needed to do. Box number 1 is a green for Badiashile. Starting his first game of the season for Chelsea. We were getting loads of corners. Gallagher puts the ball in. Goalkeeper fumbles it, falls to Badiashile. Beautiful finish, hits it low and hard into the bottom corner. And it sounds a bit ridiculous because it's not the most difficult goal to score. But when you see how often Chelsea snatch at chances, it excites me that we've got a 6'4" centre-back who can come into the team, and we're not just saying, get your bloody bonce on it. We're saying, all right, finish. If the ball is there and it's ricocheting around the area, be there to put it in the back of the net. And I'm delighted for him. I thought when he came in, he had a brilliant start to his Chelsea career, gets an unfortunate injury, he's out for a few months, he's back in the team and back in the goals. I think it's going to be interesting to see what Pochettino does. Will it be Axel Disasi, who was also good today, who drops out of the team? Levi Colwill, he's been fantastic. Thiago Silva. We keep hearing these comments about maybe it's my last year, it's my final year under my contract here at Chelsea, will he stay? Badiashile and Levi Colwill, I think, should be the centre-back pairing. Yes, they're both left-footed centre-backs who prefer that left centre-back position, but you've got the aerial threat, you've got the ball-playing ability, and I think these two are the strongest we've got at the club. We move into box number 2, and very quickly, becoming my favourite player in this Chelsea team, Cole Palmer. He was brilliant again today. The interception to create Raheem Sterling's second goal to kill the game off for Chelsea is brilliant. The way that Cole Palmer anticipates a football match is magnificent. I've heard some comparisons early this week saying he could be the closest thing that we can get to Kevin De Bruyne. Now that is a big statement to make. There's a lot more trophies to win, a lot more goals to score, a lot more assists, but this guy has absolutely everything. And he's playing with a swagger, with a confidence that comes from continuously being backed by your manager, being asked to do different roles in the team, be that play in the midfield, move back into the front three like he did today with Sterling and Jackson. Cole Palmer has got absolutely everything. And I think of all of the signings that we may have made so far in this Todd Boehly era, I think the ceiling of where this kid can go is the highest of them all. Moving into box number 3, I've given a yellow to Nicholas Jackson. I've said a lot recently that we need more from Jackson. He needs to start scoring. He's going through a poor patch of form. Pochettino has also come out and said, well, fans need to back him. We need to be patient. With a striker, you can't always have patience. And with Jackson, the problem is he's not getting into great positions because he's coming back trying to do so much. And then when he's in the box, he's blazing the ball over the crossbar. He's erratic. When it comes to hold-up play, it seems to bounce off of him. He doesn't seem to have enough upper body strength against a championship team like Blackburn, who will come in and be physical. They're not going to be able to outplay Chelsea, so they need to get in our faces. They're going to be lunging in with tackles. They're going to be tight. So many times today, Chelsea was struggling to make the killer pass because Sterling had 2 men on him. Jackson had 2 men on him. So I think Jackson needs to learn how to deal with these kind of opponents. And at the moment, when Chelsea need a goal scorer, the obvious avenue that we go down as fans is to say, he might not be ready. We need to go and buy a proven goal scorer. And I think unfortunately for Jackson, at the minute, he's trying to end that run of how many games is it since I scored? He needs to snap out of that and just get better in front of goal. It is simple. Moving in to box number 4, I've given a green box today to Enzo Fernandez. He comes back in this team. I was going to give it to both Enzo and Reece, but I think with Enzo, you just see how much more comfortable Chelsea are in possession when he's in the team. There was a brilliant clip ball that he tries to play into Reece James, who hits it just wide, or it might have hit the post or something, in the first half. And that is what Enzo does. We needed that against Brentford. We didn't have him in the team, and you could see that when it came to those passes and linking up the midfield to the attack, Enzo, Palmer, these are the 2 guys that bridge this team together. And Enzo today, I think he won the most duels, made the most tackles, the most forward passes, chances created. He's getting forward, he's getting shots away. Still, the finishing is woeful. We've known that for a while now with Enzo, but he's such a key component, a cog in this Chelsea midfield. Box number 5 is a green for Raheem Sterling. It was a weird one because it was one of those Sterling performances. I know a lot of you have been tweeting me this as well on X, or tweeting, Xing, whatever it may be. Sterling's first half display, you're like, what is this guy bringing to the team? And then with Cole Palmer's interception, Sterling's finish, the game is won for Chelsea, which is all that today was about. But then he seems to get the spring in his step. He seems to have the confidence again to drive at the Blackburn defence. He's looking so hard to return the favour, to assist Cole Palmer in this game. And then some of the finishing was awful. I think one towards the end went out for a throw-in somehow, which with Sterling, you kind of expect it at times. He gets himself a goal, he looked lively, and lo and behold, Chelsea are through. Box number 6 is a yellow for being clinical. It can't be a red because we scored more goals than the opposition. We did create a lot of chances. I think the Blackburn goalkeeper had a decent game. But overall, if you're having more than 20 shots and you're only scoring 10% of them, there is a problem with the finishing. There's a problem with Chelsea putting the ball in the net. I don't know if it is snatching at chances. I think a more rounded way of looking at it would be to say the positions that we're getting in to actually get shots away aren't good enough. And I think that is what being clinical is. It's the ability to build an attack, see those combinations to get the ball to the right man with the right space in the final third to be able to convert. And at the moment, it's finding that space that Chelsea is struggling with. Like I said, Jackson, Sterling, they were isolated so often in this game today with 2 men on them at all times because that's how Blackburn needed to play. We need to get better with that. We still need more from an Enzo, even though statistically he was brilliant. Leslie Ugochukwu, credit to him as well today. I thought he marshalled that back line really, really well in front of the defence, allowing Enzo to be a bit more of an orchestrator in the team. We're through to the next round. I'm excited about this. If you are, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in a 3 More Points podcast later on today. Come on, you Blues.